Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. So I wanted to take a look at Dragapult VMAX once again. It seems to be doing overall really well, much better than I initially expected it to, since it doesn't deal like the big damage with the max phantom attack. However, the 5 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon can definitely influence quite a bit on the damage that you deal, and I actually wanted to play Zigzagoon instead of the Crobat. So that is because Sobble, right? Sobble is being played pretty much everywhere, and in a lot of successful decks, and eliminating your opponent's Sobble, eliminating their Drizzle, getting those extra prizes whilst denying your opponent bonus damage and resources from the Intillions is actually really good. And you also have the Shred Attack to bypass the CDI, so that's never a threat. Samazenta is definitely an annoying Pokemon to deal with, but what VMAX deck doesn't struggle with Samazenta, right? Overall, the deck is very annoying to play against because now we're playing 4 Crushing Hammers, they're back, and we're playing Path to Peak and Marnie, so as much disruption as possible to stop your opponent from playing. We also have Tool Jammer to disable their tools. We have Right Hand to recover in certain situations. And then we have Escape Rope. We have a lot of consistency with the searching cards in the Crystal, the Level Ball, the Quick Ball, and the Instances. We have the Horror Energy as well. Those 2 damage counters can sometimes help us in cleaning out the game. And then we have Scoop Up Net to help with the Zigzagoon, but also helps us recycle the Intillion line. So I definitely want to save the change that I made for the Zigzagoon. Let's jump into the ladder and see if we can play with what is arguably one of the best decks in the format at the moment, right? This could change. I feel like there's a lot of cycles going in the meta game, right? I do feel like there's a lot going on in terms of the decks at the top, the decks that are seeing a lot of play and whatnot. But hey, I think it's definitely a cool thing that we are seeing with post rotation, right? I really think that if we had VMAXs as 2 prize Pokemon, we would have, like, I don't know, one of the best formats in a long time. However, that is not the case, right? That is not the case. Okay, so we are off to a pretty good start. Because decks have been playing more fan of waves, I'm gonna go ahead and attach the basic energy instead of the special energy, so that my energy doesn't get reset essentially. And we're already, like, we're going first. We have this very big advantage, I would say, at the moment. I'm pretty happy about the situation that we're in. We're up against Vikavolt. Shouldn't expect to be item locked immediately, I don't think. So that's good, right? That is definitely good. And you would imagine that, yeah, there's the Crushing Hammer, so... well, so we're gonna take a knockout on the Sobble, which is still pretty good. But knocking out the Sobble, or both Sobbles, would have been even better, right? Alright, so we'll go ahead and use Drizzle to search for our evolution. With the last evolution instance that we have in the deck, the only one, so I priced 3 evolution instances somehow. This is the first video I'm back from the vacation, and I'm glad to see that things are exactly the same as I left them. Okay, so I'm wondering about the Scoop Up Net. Like, what other card could I possibly get? I feel like the card I would get, if I was playing Fan of Waves, I would get that. But because I am not playing Fan of Waves, I'm gonna go for a Crushing Hammer, right? Like, it seems only fair. They played their Crushing Hammer, I'm gonna play my Crushing Hammer and try to deny their energy. We unfortunately get Tails, so not very fair deck, or game rather, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So if this is my last turn of items, presumably, I should go ahead and clear these out and take the kill. So 60 HP Sobble. There is an argument to playing the 70 HP Sobble, especially in decks that don't benefit from the keep calling because you don't play Rapid Strike Pokemon. So there's definitely, I could definitely see some decks playing, no, please no, playing a split, you know? Okay. So that's 50-50 on the Crushing Hammers so far. Oh boy. Oh well. What can I do, right? What can I do? That's what this deck does. That's what these cards do, and they're back. Right? They are back. Okay, I'm glad I top decked that research. Losing the right hand, not ideal. My opponent is down to 3 Crushing Hammers. Okay, so let me do some maths with the Horror Energy. Does the damage counter, do the damage counters matter? I do 60, then assuming they don't hit the next Crushing Hammer, they attack me, they're at 80. Then I do 130. It's actually pretty relevant. 130 plus 80 to 10. Yeah, it's actually decently relevant. So let's go ahead and attach it. Hopefully no fan of waves, right? That would not be great. I could potentially make a play. So I would not be surprised if the Drizzle fetches fan of waves, though. I would absolutely not be surprised if that's what I see here. 4 crushing, 1 fan seems decent. Or Team Yellgrunt as well. I could also see my opponent playing a Team Yellgrunt. Chooses the Quick Ball though, even though the Vikavolt is not precisely in, like, being threatened at the moment. Okay. To see another level ball for Sobble. And we do know that my opponent has a Marnie in their hand. Yep, so my boss and my energy go away. I am down 2 of the 7 energies that I play, so finding another one could actually be a problem. Do see a Cape of Toughness. Alright. Getting this hexagon is nice. Hopefully I get an energy, that way I can potentially eliminate the Sobble right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. That takes away a potential Drizzle for my opponent next turn, and I do find the energy. Fantastic. Okay. Also find you. And yeah, a double horror. So they attack into me. They take 4 damage counters. Yeah, this seems fairly good. No boss play, but that's alright. Okay, so Max Phantom and eliminate the Sobbles. There we go. Alright, things are looking pretty okay, I would say. So far, at least. If they attack into me, they get KO'd in between turns. Not in between turns. They get KO'd from the attack. That puts me at 2 prizes. So all I need is to KO another Vikavolt. They only have 1 Crushing Hammer left, so that's really good. And it's gonna like, even if they manage to hit the Crushing Hammer, attack me, seems like they're gonna do that. I don't know. I mean, they committed the energy to the active, right? So I will be able to have item lock. Rather, I will no longer be item locked. That's what I meant. Well, the double Intellion means we're both going down now. Jeez. The double Intellion means we are both going down. I still feel confident that I can win this match, but that was definitely best case scenario, right? So things working out really well for my opponent so far. Now, if I can get my Crushing Hammer right here, that would be exceptional. And look, I have all these evolution instances now to fetch my Drizzles. So who promotes first here? I promote first? I guess because they took a knockout, they were the offensive, and then they got KO'd by an effect. I don't know. They promote the Vikavolt, which is interesting. Okay. So definitely want to touch this. definitely want to attach this. Definitely gonna thin as much as I can, and I'm gonna go for the double crushing hammer right here. One heads and the game's basically over. One heads and the game is basically over. There we go. All right, perfect. I will go ahead and evolve. I do want to get closer to the Intellions. I don't need much else off of this hand. Alright, I'm gonna grab a quick ball, and I'm gonna go ahead and quick ball away the VMAX for another drizzle. I still have another, Sobble, I still have another drizzle. And then I'll go ahead and fog, crystal, the Dragapult to the top of the deck. I will go ahead and use quick shooting on the active. I only need to knock out the Vikavolt, so I can definitely use all my resources to try and knock him out. I don't have any more switching cards, so if they play a boss, that could actually successfully stall me for a turn, but meh, not super worried about this. And I have a pretty decent hand. Double Intellion, the Drizzle, they are down only two Marnies. Two Marnies, so I could be getting Marnied, but that gets me closer to the energy, because there's no energies at the bottom and there's no energies in my current hand. Yep, there's the boss, as expected. So a good way for my opponent to try and stall me out, but it shouldn't be permanent whatsoever. Alright, now if I flip this heads, that would be fantastic. Yep, that should seal the game, I think. That should absolutely seal the game. So all I need to do is this, and then attach and retreat. And go for a shred. And now wherever that Vikavolt goes, it's dead. My opponent needs another boss to beat me. I'm not getting item locked. That's not a boss, so the game is now over. Alright, Crushing Hammer, that won't change anything. They went 2 and 2, so that seems fair. I went 2 out of 2, so that seems fair. And there's the well played. So all I need to do is quick shooting, and the game is now over. Alright, solid win. Disruptive deck from my opponent. Slightly more aggressive and also disruptive deck for me ends up granting us the victory. Alright. You can see why Dragapult's pretty good. I don't know how impactful denying the Sobble was, but it's like you get extra prizes and you deny your opponent's drizzle, so it's a win-win no matter how you look at it. And that compensates the fact that you 3-hit KO a big VMAX. Can sometimes be compensated with quick shootings, the Galarian Zigzagoon, Stomping Tantrum, and your own Horror Energies, plus the fact that denying prizes on the bench, or not denying prizes, denying resources on the bench through drizzles can also be pretty good. So overall, it's very nice. All right. Alrighty, so pretty good start outside of not starting Dragapult, but I get mulligans, I get to search and guarantee the energy, which is fantastic. I don't know what I'm up against. Could be the mirror match given the Marnie and the Fog Crystal, or I could be playing against Shadow Rider Calyrex. However, seeing the Sobble means I am up against a mirror match. So best case scenario is my opponent whiffs the attachment, which does not happen. Okay, so then it might come down to Crushing Hammer, which I just top decked. Very nice. That is very fortunate. Not gonna lie, I would have debated digging for it, but hey, we'll take it. And we flip the heads, so that's absolutely fantastic. I'll go ahead and play this, and then I have everything I could possibly need for next turn. Well, not everything, but I'm just debating whether I should research or not. Because if I research, I mean, I need a switching card and another energy next turn. My opponent will be playing Crushing Hammers for sure, so they could just flip heads here and even things out. They flip tails, however. My Sobble could just end up going down this turn too. If they find a switching card plus an energy, then the Sobble's dead. And then I need to hope for a crystal or a horror energy off of the research. And that'll be ahead of a price card, but I'll be ahead an energy, which seems fair. Unless they find another Crushing Hammer and they flip heads, right? Alright. Quick Ball, Dragapult. Alright, no KO. Alright. So I think the harder card to find is the switching card. So I'm gonna go ahead and find the escape rope. And then I have 2 crystals and the 4 raw energies. So that's why I'm choosing to play the escape rope. I also get to conserve a drizzle. My opponent just immediately promotes the Dragapult, which is interesting. If I get an energy here, I'm in a really good spot. And I do. Perfect. I actually do. So if I bench Sobble, that's just gonna likely get targeted. Not finding a Dragapult is annoying because that's my second one. Okay. Does this damage matter? It could. It absolutely could. Especially with this guy. So, I mean, I'm gonna bench the Sobble to distract, I guess. Just gives me more options. And then I think at this rate, I'm just gonna pile up the damage here. All right. To see the Crushing Hammer. I really dislike seeing such a skillful base card, such as Drizzle, being utilized to search for stuff like Crushing Hammers. Like, obviously, that's the metagame right now, but I really despise the fact that that's what we have to do right now to be competitive. I really dislike that. Oh, my Drizzle got sniped, dude. No way. Wow. This was literally worst case scenario. It was actually worst case scenario. Okay. Well. Yikes. We do find a right hand, which doesn't really help me at this point in time. So we're evened out on the energies. I don't find an energy to attach this turn. If I knock out the Sobble here... Do I want to knock out the Sobble, or do I just want to go after these two guys? If I evolve into... Damn, it's just now the double Intillion is actually a threat. I mean, I definitely need to evolve. I feel like... Should I go for Crushing Hammer? Is that better? I'm honestly not sure. Is Crushing Hammer... I mean, better than one, right? Yeah. Alright, that's 2 for 2. I want to send a sad face. I'm not happy about getting this, but... Okay, so now the decision is, do I go after the Sobble or not? Trying to think. I don't have a boss to make my play better for next turn. So do I think... Oh, but I could find myself a boss though. But with no energy attachment, that doesn't seem great. I had an energy in my hand. Then I could optimize the damage. I could try to get an energy. I did price energies. I think I priced 1. Hmm. 130. I think it's too greedy. I think I'm just gonna... I need 2 hits to KO that guy anyways. Nah. What's the play here? Okay, I'll let him have the Intillion, I guess. Okay. That took a while. I feel like I'm gonna be at a big disadvantage because of my opponent's Intillion, so that bonus damage is actually going to hurt quite badly. 216. There's the Drizzle. Incense, yeah, for Intillion. Oof. This could be bad. So my opponent gets an extra prize here. I have to scoop up net. Yeah, I think I played this wrong. I think I absolutely played this wrong. I don't think I'm winning. Oh wow. That I did not expect. I thought he was gonna go after my bench. To get Marnie out of the scoop up net. Oof. So I'm gonna lose the Sobble as well. Yikes. And if I attack into Dragapult, I get KO'd myself. Okay, my opponent doesn't have an energy though, so he can't max Phantom next turn. I need my Shady Dealings Intillion to be available though. If it's not, then I'm dead. Okay, it is. Good. Good. Okay, so we'll do this. Really sucks about the Crushing Hammer though. So I'll guarantee the energy. We could... Oh, you know what? Okay, so what if I go boss scoop up net? That seems solid. That gets me 3 prizes, prevents the KO off of the horror energy. No, I don't think that's great. I think it's better to just go for this. I think it's better to guarantee my setup at this point. Alright. No more Sobbles available, so I'm just gonna filter that out. Oh, whoops. Well, there was nothing for me to thin anyways. I mean, sure, I'll play this. Okay, there we go. I really need an energy attachment though. I should have grabbed Scoop Up Net. Whoops. Alright, I do find this, which is great. I do find this, which is also great. Can clean these 2 cards. No longer needed. I do have a boss available. Right? So we go Max Phantom. We don't get KO'd. And we do this. Okay, now the issue is my opponent could go Quick Shooting KO, Quick Shooting Boss KO on the Zigzagoon because I was not able to find the Scoop Up Net. I should have grabbed Scoop Up Net and not Fog Crystal. That was very silly on my part. Very silly. If I grab Scoop Up Net... Yeah, that was really bad. I was too focused on powering up the Dragapult, I completely neglected my opponent's win condition. Completely neglected my opponent's win condition. Yep, there it is. I mean, mirrors, I got ahead in the energies, my opponent got ahead in the prizes and the field, so he only had to deal with one Dragapult VMAX. I didn't deny that. Drizzle, maybe that was a mistake. I don't know, definitely a mistake going for that Fog Crystal. I was not thinking enough on my opponent's win condition rather than, yeah, I wasn't focusing on my opponent's win condition. I was only focusing on my own, right? So you should always focus on winning yourself, but you do need to take into account what you need to do to stop your opponent from winning. If I had grabbed Scoop Up Knight instead of the Fog Crystal, I would have been able to pick up the Zigzagoon, discard off the research, and then my opponent wouldn't have had the boss's orders target, and then the game would have at least gone on for another turn, right? The game would have been down to me getting boss in order to win, rather than my opponent having boss to win. So that's my bad. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.